Welcome back to Who Died Today, where we celebrate the lives of extraordinary individuals who've left an indelible mark on the world. Today we honor legends whose stories have inspired millions on the football field, in music, and beyond. These are the tales of passion, resilience, and unforgettable legacies. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments as we take a heartfelt journey through their incredible lives. Let's dive in. John Madden, the legend who changed football forever. John Madden was more than a coach, commentator, or the face of a video game. He was the soul of football. His passion for the game and his ability to connect with millions made him an icon whose impact is still felt today. From the sidelines to the broadcast booth and even into our homes through gaming consoles, Madden's influence transcended the sport, making football more than a game. It became a way of life. Born on April 10, 1936 in Austin, Minnesota, and raised in Daly City, California, Madden's journey into football began with dreams as big as his personality. As a standout high school player, he earned a spot at California Polytechnic State University, excelling on both offense and defense. His NFL dreams were tragically cut short by a devastating knee injury in 1958 during training camp with the Philadelphia Eagles. But instead of stepping away from the sport, Madden found a new calling: coaching. At just 32 years old, Madden became the youngest head coach in the American Football League, AFL, when he took charge of the Oakland Raiders in 1969. Under his leadership, the Raiders became perennial contenders. In his 10 seasons as head coach, Madden never had a losing record, a rare feat in NFL history. He guided the team to their first Super Bowl victory in 1977, a dominant 32-14 win over the Minnesota Vikings. His fiery passion and relentless drive made him a beloved figure among players and fans alike. But Madden's love for football didn't end when he stepped away from coaching in 1978. Instead, he brought the game into millions of living rooms as a broadcaster. With his signature boom and unmatched enthusiasm, Madden transformed how fans experienced football on TV. Paired with Pat Summerall, he became part of the most iconic sports broadcasting duo in history. Paired with Pat Summerall, he was subject to many counterattacks. Perhaps most prominently of the Benny Keaton girl, his innovative use of the telestrator and ability to explain even the most complex plays made the game accessible to everyone, from lifelong fans to newcomers. Madden wasn't just about football, he was about connection. His fear of flying led to the creation of the legendary Madden Cruiser, a custom bus that took him across the country to every game. Along the way, he met fans, shared stories, and built relationships that showed the world his genuine love for people. In 1989, Madden lent his name to a groundbreaking video game, Madden NFL. What started as a simple computer game became one of the most popular franchises in history, inspiring a new generation of football fans. For millions, the game wasn't just about touchdowns or tackles, it was about the joy of football. Madden's name became synonymous with the sport itself, bridging the gap between the field and the screen. Despite his fame, Madden remained humble. He once said, "Coaching isn't work, it's more than a job, it's a way of life. Football is what I am." His words reflected his deep connection to the sport and his belief in its power to bring people together. When Madden passed away on December 28, 2021, at the age of 85, the world lost a giant. Hall of Fame President Jim Porter captured the sentiment perfectly. Few, if any, have had as great an impact on professional football on so many different levels. He was dearly loved by millions of football fans worldwide. John Madden's legacy is more than his achievements. It's in the joy he brought to fans, the lessons he taught his players, and the passion he inspired in everyone who loved football. As we remember this legendary figure, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite John Madden memory? Was it his coaching triumphs, his unforgettable commentary, or the hours spent playing Madden NFL? Share your thoughts in the comments as we celebrate a man who turned football into a way of life. Rest in peace, Coach Madden. Your love for football will live on forever. Bill McColl, the NFL legend who left fame behind for a life-changing mission. Bill McColl's life was a masterpiece of purpose, courage, and service. He wasn't just a football legend. He was a beacon of integrity and selflessness who used every opportunity to make the world a better place. Today, we celebrate a man whose story goes beyond accolades and records, a man whose legacy is a testament to the power of living with heart and humility. Born on April 2, 1930 in San Diego, California, Bill was destined for greatness. From a young age, his life was shaped by excellence. At Herbert Hoover High School, he was not only a star athlete, but also an honors student, a rare blend of physical talent and intellectual brilliance. His journey to Stanford marked the beginning of a legacy that would inspire generations. At Stanford, Bill was more than a football player. He was a phenomenon. A two-time unanimous All-American and a fourth-place finisher in the 1951 Heisman Trophy voting, he was the cornerstone of a team that captured the Pacific Coast Conference Championship and earned a spot in the Rose Bowl. Bill's ability to dominate both offense and defense in the one-platoon era was nothing short of legendary. But what made him truly special wasn't just his skill on the field. It was his unwavering humility and leadership. Even as his star rose, Bill's focus was never solely on football. He pursued his dream of becoming a doctor, balancing the demands of medical school while playing in the NFL for the Chicago Bears. His ability to excel in both arenas was a testament to his discipline and determination. But it was what Bill did after football that truly defined him. At the peak of his career, he walked away from the game to serve others. He dedicated 2 years as a missionary doctor in Korea, treating patients at a leprosy hospital. This act of profound selflessness showed the depth of his character. Bill wasn't just a hero on the field. He was a hero in life. His 6 children, all Stanford graduates, remember a father who was not only loving but deeply inspiring. 2 of his sons, Duncan and Milt, followed in his footsteps and played football at Stanford. But beyond their shared love of the game, Bill instilled in his children a commitment to hard work, faith, and compassion. Bill's life wasn't without its challenges. His 3 bids for U.S. Congress didn't lead to political office, but his refusal to compromise his principles, even in defeat, spoke volumes about his character. Bill lived by a simple truth: a life worth living is a life spent giving. And give he did, to his family, to his patients, and to everyone fortunate enough to cross his path. His passing on December 28, 2023, at the age of 93, marks the end of an extraordinary life. But his legacy will endure through the countless lives he touched. Whether as a football star, a surgeon, or a father, Bill's impact was immeasurable. As we honor Bill McColl, we want to hear from you. What part of his incredible journey resonates with you the most? Was it his dominance on the football field, his dedication to medicine, or his selfless mission work in Korea? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's celebrate the remarkable life of a man who truly embodied greatness. Richard Perry, the untold story of a music legend who changed everything. In the world of music, where legends are made and melodies define generations, few names shine as brightly as Richard Perry's. A producer, a visionary, and a true architect of sound, Perry's life was one of passion, creativity, and groundbreaking success. Born in Brooklyn in 1942, his journey from a young music enthusiast to one of the most influential producers of all time is nothing short of extraordinary. Richard Perry wasn't just a producer, he was a master of reinvention. He rose to prominence in the 1970s, crafting iconic hits that are still celebrated today. From Carly Simon's unforgettable You're So Vain to Barbra Streisand's transformative records, Perry had the rare ability to bring out the best in every artist he worked with. His work on Ringo Starr's 1973 album Ringo, a near Beatles reunion featuring John Lennon and George Harrison, secured his place in music history. But Perry's genius didn't come without challenges. In later years, he faced the heartbreaking diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, which stole his ability to communicate verbally. Yet, even as his physical strength faded, his love for music and his indomitable spirit remained. He once said, "Music is the one constant that never abandons you." And for Perry, that truth carried him through his darkest days. Though his career had its share of ups and downs, Perry never lost sight of his purpose. His bold decision to launch Planet Records in the late 1970s brought hits from artists like the Pointer Sisters, but also faced setbacks when the label was sold to RCA Records. Despite these challenges, Perry's focus on creating timeless music never faltered. Behind the scenes, Perry's life was filled with fascinating stories. He was known for his quiet generosity, mentoring young artists and funding music education programs that only came to light after his passing. Few knew about his private rituals, like listening to classical music late at night for inspiration. In 2015, Perry received the Grammy Trustees Award, a testament to his immense contributions to the music industry. His collaborations with legends like Rod Stewart, Donna Summer, and Neil Diamond created a legacy that transcends time. Richard Perry's passing at 82 leaves a void in the world of music, but his melodies live on in the hearts of millions. His dear friend Daphne Kastner described him best. He was generous, fun, sweet, and made the world a better place. Excerpt from Record of Saturday Night. As we celebrate his life and legacy, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite Richard Perry produced track? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's honor a man who turned music into magic. Richard Perry wasn't just a producer. He was a storyteller who used sound to connect souls. Though he's gone, his music ensures he will never be forgotten. Thank you, Richard, for the memories, the magic, and the music. Rest in harmony. The untold story of Hudson Meek, Baby Driver's brightest star. Perry as captain. Hudson Meek's story is one of brilliance and heartbreak. A shining star gone far too soon. At just 16 years old, Hudson touched countless hearts with his extraordinary talent, kind soul, and unforgettable smile. Today we remember him not just as a gifted actor, but as a son, a friend, and a light in so many lives. Hudson's journey began with a love for storytelling. Even as a child, he had a spark that set him apart. At just 9 years old, he captivated audiences in Baby Driver, playing the younger version of Ansel Elgort's character, Baby. That role was more than just an early achievement. It was the beginning of a promising career. Hudson once said, "You're never too young to chase what sets your heart on fire." And he lived by those words every single day. His career flourished, with roles in beloved shows like Legacies and Found, and as the voice of young Yasugo in Riot Games' League of Legends. Each performance was a testament to his passion and dedication. Yet, what made Hudson truly remarkable wasn't just his talent, but the humility and kindness he carried with him. His family and friends describe him as a thoughtful, warm-hearted boy who brought joy wherever he went. He wasn't just a rising star. He was someone who made time for everyone. His mother, Lonnie Wells Meek, shared, "Hudson's heart was as big as his dreams. He loved deeply and was loved deeply in return." Our hearts are shattered, but we're so proud of the legacy he leaves behind. Linaga. Off-screen, Hudson was an adventurer at heart. He loved the mountains, finding peace on snow-covered trails, and the lake, where he spent countless hours wakeboarding and tubing. His family fondly recalls his fearless spirit, his laughter echoing through the slopes and waves. But on December 19th, in Vestavia Hills, Alabama, Hudson's life was tragically cut short. A fall from a moving vehicle resulted in injuries that proved fatal just 2 days later. The news of his passing sent waves of shock and heartbreak across the world. His family, his fans, and the industry he adored are still grappling with the devastating loss. Hudson's Instagram, now a place of remembrance, shares a message that perfectly captures his impact. Our hearts are broken to share that Hudson Meek went home to be with Jesus. His 16 years on this earth were far too short, but he accomplished so much and left a mark on everyone he met. Those who worked with Hudson remember his kindness and humility. A co-star shared, "He wasn't just talented, he was magnetic." Hudson had a way of making everyone feel like they belonged, whether it was a fellow actor or a crew member grabbing coffee. Hudson's passion for life extended beyond acting. He was a dreamer who journaled about his hopes, and a thinker who cherished moments with his family. Even as his career grew, he remained a devoted brother, son, and friend. The loss of Hudson Meek is a painful reminder of the fragility of life. Yet in his short 16 years, he accomplished what many only dream of. He made people feel seen, loved, and inspired. As we honor his legacy, we ask you, what is your favorite memory or role of Hudson's? Let us know in the comments, and together, let's celebrate the incredible life he lived. Hudson, you were a light in this world, and though your time here was far too brief, your legacy will shine on. Rest in peace, sweet boy. You will be deeply missed, but never forgotten. Tommy Lazzaro, the tragic loss of a soldier and football hero. In a devastating and heartbreaking moment, U.S. Army Sergeant Tommy Lazzaro, a soldier, a leader, and a former star quarterback, was taken from us far too soon. At just 27 years old, Tommy's life ended in a tragic hunting accident on December 22 at Eglin Air Force Base, Florida. His passing leaves an irreplaceable void in the lives of his family, friends, and everyone who had the privilege of knowing him. Tommy's journey was nothing short of inspiring. A standout athlete at Central Michigan University, he wasn't just a quarterback, he was a leader, a motivator, and the heart of the team. In 2019, he led the Chippewas to a remarkable season, earning a spot in the MAC championship game. His strength on the field wasn't just measured in touchdowns or rushing yards, but in the way he inspired his teammates and carried them through challenges. As Coach Jim McElwain said, Tommy was truly our leader in so many ways. He will always be remembered for all he did for many of us. Off the field, Tommy embodied integrity and determination. After his football career, he followed in the footsteps of his father and grandfather by enlisting in the U.S. Army. He earned his place in the elite 7th Special Forces Group, Airborne, becoming a sergeant. His dedication to service and his unwavering courage were as impactful as his athletic achievements, inspiring his comrades and honoring his family's legacy of military service. On that tragic December day, Tommy was driving to help a fellow soldier whose car had broken down. A stray bullet from a hunter struck him, cutting his promising life short in a devastating accident. The Walton County Sheriff's Office described the event as a tragic hunting accident, with all involved cooperating fully. Tommy's story is one of extraordinary kindness and selflessness. He was a man who always put others first, both as a teammate and a soldier. His legacy is not just in the stats he racked up on the football field or the rank he achieved in the military. It's in the countless lives he touched. Tommy's courage, dedication, and love will forever inspire those who had the privilege of knowing him, read his obituary. And those words couldn't be more true. Tommy's life may have been tragically cut short, but his spirit, his smile, and his heart will live on in the memories of everyone who loved him. As we reflect on Tommy's life, we ask you, what's one lesson or memory of Tommy that inspires you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we honor the legacy of a man who truly embodied courage, kindness, and love. Tommy Lazzaro wasn't just a soldier or a quarterback. He was a beacon of strength and selflessness. Though his time here was far too brief, his legacy will continue to inspire those who knew him. Rest in peace, Tommy. You will always be remembered as a hero, a leader, and a friend to all. Thank you for joining us as we honored these remarkable lives and legacies. Their stories remind us of the power of passion, resilience, and kindness. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite memories in the comments. Together, let's keep their legacies alive. Until next time, take care and cherish every moment.